Hello guys, so welcome again to this channel, and today we are talking about my first experience traveling outside Kenya, and also being arrested or getting detained by the German police here on arrival. It was really a chaos. So, it was my first time traveling, and I had never went anywhere outside my country, like outside Kenya, also in other African countries. So it was my first time also getting on the plane, and I didn't know what I needed, the requirements and everything. Like when it comes to the luggage, what you are supposed to put at the passenger's place, like and what is supposed to go to the boot. So the problem started in Kenya, like from Moi International Airport. That's where problem started, and I was like, okay, the bag that I was carrying, like when you're traveling outside and you're going to a new country, you have that, like, I have to carry this, I have to carry this, I have to carry this, and my bag was so big and so heavy. And the kilos, I didn't know that they measure, you carry a luggage according to the kilos. I don't know, I didn't know that. So it happens that my bag was over kiloed, like it had more than the required kilos that I was supposed to have. And so at the more international, there was a young man who told me, if I have this backpack, I have to separate at least some things to put into this backpack, because I'm allowed, like, then this suitcase will get to the required kilos when they measure, and then the other backpack I have to carry it inside the plane. So it happens, I reduced everything. I reduced my certificates were in the suitcase, so I had to put them back into my backpack. And the clothes, some of the clothes, and yeah, some things, I took them, I put them in the backpack, and so they said okay. So now that was not enough. After now, I got to the line where I have to check in my luggages and everything. The lady at the reception, I don't know if I would call them receptions, I don't know. The ones now, they take your luggages and they label them to the place where you are going. So this lady tells me that my in my ticket says that I'm only allowed with one luggage. And for them, because I had the suitcase and I had the backpack and also the handbag, they said those are three luggages. Like if I had only the suitcase and the backpack, or the handbag, then I would be allowed. But because I had more than than two, then I have to pay for one. And I did not have any money with me, as I had left everything behind. Now you're going to another country, and whatever you had, you just leave it to your family. Like, what will I need the money in the plane for? I don't need any money. The ticket is paid, everything is paid until to where I'm going to be picked. So for me, I was like, I don't need any money. So I start calling, and they're like, I have to pay 2,500. I did not have that money. So I have to call my family, and I have to tell them they have to send me that amount because yeah, things are not thinging. Okay, so they send me the money. I pay for the luggage. And this plane, we were going to, we were passing Nairobi. So this one was connecting me to the other one from Nairobi to Frankfurt. So my first travel, I had three planes, like from Mombasa to Nairobi, from Nairobi to Frankfurt, the main airport in German, and then from Frankfurt to Munich. So I get to Nairobi, so they allow me. We go to the waiting place area, where now we are called to the plane. We get to the plane way to Nairobi. Now getting to Nairobi, another problem starts. It was a problematic day. This one now, I almost missed the plane to Frankfurt. Okay, I get there, and they start the same problem. Like, you allow one luggage, And the other, was it about the luggage? Yeah, the same problem. You either allow one luggage or you pay 25,000 Kenyan shillings. I don't have any money with me. What do I do? So I tried talking to them, and I'm like, now I have to call again back. By the time I call, all the M-Pesas have been closed. So there is no way, they don't have the money. As the cash is there, but they cannot put it into any phone because all the M-Pesas have been, the shops have been closed. It's 10 p.m. Where we were living, the shops were being closed at 9 p.m. Everything was latest maybe 9:30, but at 10 everything was closed. So what do? These people, they like, you have to give this money. I'm like, I don't have the money. I've tried calling at home. All the M-Pesas have been closed. They tried searching if there was at least one which was open, but they were all closed, and there's no other way I could get the money. So one of the man gave me his number, and it's like, then you go, when you get to where you are going, then send the money to this number. You see how people, as they treat, like, this money was just for their pocket. It's like, because I'm sure they could have allowed me to pass, they could have just taken the whatever without so many cows, but it's like they saw I was like, it was my first time, I'm a little nervous and everything, and so they decided to treat me the way they wanted. So when he gave me the number, they could call themselves, stand somewhere, talk, and come back to me. So when he gave me this number, I knew, okay, it was like, you needed this money. They were three, so they needed this money to divide for themselves, to share with them, for as they needed it for their pocket. So when he told me like that, okay, I said, I will. Who will? I will. So they allowed my luggages to pass, and I was able to run to the plane and everything else. And yeah, luckily I was not late. We got in and we came back. Our journey was okay. There was no problems. Then I got to Frankfurt. Another problem. So when I got to Frankfurt, there it's like, so the luggage, the suitcase was taken straight to the other plane, but now the backpack and my handbag, I had them with me. So now it happens inside my certificates, I had laser blade. I had a sacket of laser blade, and it was sealed. This is something I had bought them long time ago, and I even forgot that they were there. Not just razor blade. I had, when you are traveling, these things, some of the things I had bought them when I was looking for au pair. So I did not unpack them. The things that I never needed, they were all still packed the way I had packed them. I was like, this one, I don't need to use them. They will still stay there. Maybe I'll need them when I get to this other side. So there was the police, the Frankfurt airport. There are so many police there, and so they asked me if I have anything liquid, anything inside the bag. I told them I don't know. I don't have. For me, I was sure I did not have anything. And again, it was my first time traveling, so I didn't know that it's illegal to carry something, such things inside the plane, like when you are in the passenger part. So they start scanning. They scan me, and I'm good. And then the bag, there is they put me aside, and now they decide to open the whole bag and everything. They remove everything, trying to search what is that one. The machine is still trying to search, and now they find the circuit, this pack, is it the packet? I don't know how I'll call it. The one, yeah. If you come from Kenya, I guess the razor blades are everywhere. Anyway, I came to find them here later. So they have to put me aside, and it's a case, like, it's not allowed. And now I'm wondering, what do I do? They are speaking in German. I tell them my German is no good, so if you can speak in English, I want to explain. And I'm like, it was my first time traveling. I don't know if it's not allowed. It was by mistake. I don't even know if it was there. And for them, it's a crime is a crime. Or if you've been found with something, you've been found, and there is no explanation that is going to help you. You understand? So they called me to a room, and so many these people can make someone afraid. Just imagine you are in a new country, and it was stress. So they called me in a room, and there are so many of them inside there. And now they start questioning me. They give me a form where I have to fill. I have to write everything. I have to tick which is right and which. And now they tell me to sit and wait. I'm crying at that time. Hey, my tears. I'm crying at that time, and now I'm asking, where was I going to? Where did I even have to leave my country? And I'm like, I have never had this kind of problem in Kenya. Now it's my first time, and this is the welcome. So I sit down. I don't know what to say. Remember, I have a Kenya number. I cannot use the mobile data because it's the Kenyan number now. The mobile data you cannot use. It's either I buy a credit to call the person I'm coming to, otherwise it's not happening. So I'm like, I'm not even going to call him first. Let me first listen to what they have to say. So I stay. They tell me to. They put me somewhere. They told me to wait. They call me again and then back, and then now the last time they come and ask me which part in Frankfurt am I going to. Now I tell them I'm not going to Frankfurt. I still have to go to Munich. I'm going to Munich, not in Frankfurt. They go inside, they discuss amongst themselves. Then they ask me if I want to carry the razor blade or not. Then I tell them I don't want them. You can stay with them. I don't want the razor blade. So now they give me a form to fill. They remain with one, and then I had to carry the other one. Okay. I was relieved. At least I'm outside. I'm out of them. At least now I have been released. Let me start running to look for the next one, because I was there for almost an hour. Luckily, the other one was still almost an hour. It was not up to 1 hour, but I really stayed there for some time. So I have to start looking for directions where to go, because this Frankfurt airport, it's very big, and I'm new. It's my first time. I don't know where to go. So I have to start asking questions, like people, and I'm supposed to go. You have to show the receipt. This is where I want to go. Please give me the direction. They directed until I got to where I was going. Luckily, the other one was still there. It had a delay, so I was lucky about that, and I got to the plane. It was okay, peaceful, until I got now to Munich. Now, when I got to Munich, I don't know if they communicated. Because I really don't know. We were two African ladies. The other African lady was already here long time ago. She was coming from Kenya also to visit. She was coming from a visit. She had visited her people in Kenya. But then we met at the Munich airport. We traveled with the same plane, but in different parts. We did not see each other. We did not meet in between. We only met. The reason we met now at the Munich airport, when we were trying to exit, we found other police. And imagine, this police, they only called both of us, the only African. The other ones who were other color, they were passing. But when it came to our turn, we were called in another room. They had to scan our luggages. So maybe the police from Frankfurt, because of me, they communicated to these other police. I don't know. so that they would check our bags again. So they checked my suitcase, they scanned it under computer normal, and there were, I had carried, God, Jesus Christ, and we it. So they scanned my handbag, they scanned the other one, they could not find anything, and now I was released. It was not a good experience. I cried. I was like, where was I going? If this is how it's looking like. And it's just not even a whole day. I'm not even here a whole day. It's just some hours. And I have seen fire. I have seen Pepe from Nigeria. I have seen the bitter leaf. Well, okay. I exited. We were given now permission to go through, and I went outside and I explained the cows, the catastrophe, the everything that happened to me. But honestly, my first experience, especially inside the airport, as of the planes, everything was smooth except the control was tough. From Kenya to Munich was tough. I thank God he was with us during on the way. We got home, we got here safely. Everything was perfect except the control part. So that was my first experience, and I think it's an experience that I'll never forget. Because getting to a foreign country and the first thing you meet, the first people who greets you, it's the police, and you're like, okay, yeah, looks like I'm going to be sent back home, or I don't even have a ticket. Who am I going to run to? Yeah, that was my first experience, an experience that I will never forget.